Hi guys, this is Carl again. I just want to take an instant to show you our mechanical extractor. We don't have all the models here, but we have definitely the most popular. We have all of them in, of course, in different size. Without further ado, let me show you probably what is the most common extractor that you'll see in any sugar bush. This extractor, that type of extractor, have been sold for many years. I would say well over 30 years, but it's been upgraded, updated, modified, so it's more reliable and it's more standard as a means of fabrication. So this is the legendary 213 extractor. It's a double cylinder extractor, so it will fill up and dump the other one, you know, each their own according each time. So this is a double extractor, the 213 with a Bernard style valve. So, and this one is definitely my most favorite mechanical extractor. It's what we call a twin continuous vacuum. It is not true continuous vacuum because no mechanical extractor are true continuous vacuum. They got to release and reprime. So this cannot be a true continuous vacuum, but it's closest to what it can be. So you have two canisters. So there's a lid in between, two separate canisters, two separate valve system with each their own flow. So individually they work together, but totally individually, you know. So they only share a common vacuum feed. So that's why you have two check valve here to be able to isolate the vacuum between one and the other one dumps and so on. So this is a very reliable extractor. It works as two single mechanical hooked together on the same manifold. So the beauty of it is that if one fails, the other one can still continue to work as a simple mechanical extractor. But in order to have that benefit, you gotta oversize the extractor. Per se, I'm just giving you a number, but per se, you go for a 5,000 tap extractor. If you want to have that benefit, you'll need to size it for 8, maybe 10,000 taps so that only one side can handle the total amount of sap. So let's keep going. This is not an extractor, but it should be categorized as an extractor. This is actually a Sap Lift, you know. Though this device has been designed and manufactured to replace, you know, the sap ladders that we see here and there. Sometimes the slope don't go where we want it to go, you know. Nature decide where it does. So by using one of these instead of using a ladder, you'll have much better performance vacuum wise, you know, be able to keep a better vacuum. And this can take 300 to 500 taps. Again, you'll say, Carl, is it 300 or 500 taps? Well, if we take 300 taps, 500 taps at 2 3/4 to 3 pounds per tap compared to 500 taps at 5 pounds per tap, those are not the same taps, you know. So I would recommend that you talk to your Lapierre representative to make sure you size it right. This model, we also manufacture it as a double, so it can double the capacity on it. One other thing that I want to talk to you about, which is not really a mechanical extractor nor an electrical extractor, it's a hybrid. This is one of my favorite electric extractor setup, because let's say that the pump can't overcome the sap coming in, you still have a mechanical setup. But you have the benefit of having an internal pump, which is truly continuous vacuum, you know, because it never releases. But let's say that the pump fails to start, or the pump can't cope with the big rush of sap coming in the morning. Well, the mechanical flow will just actuate, cutting the vacuum feed, not flooding your vacuum line for sure, and giving a break to the pump, because cutting the vacuum feed will slowly lower the vacuum and the pump will pick up, you know. Not only that, this model of extractor always comes with a 6-inch trap like that. Of course, there is a plug at the bottom which the drain valve is hooked to. So this extractor, using that trap here, and takes minutes to put on, you can sit directly on the tank. So if the pump fails or can't extract sap fast enough, it will just dump mechanically and the cycle will repeat itself. But you can also put it on the ground by not using the trap here and only have the drain valve there. You close the drain valve, so if it would release, there's no place to release. So of course, at least it will protect your vacuum system for not flooding it. And if the pump is not failed, it just can't cope with the sap coming in. This will give it time, you know, to pick back up its speed. And lowering the vacuum again will give the pump better performance. So that is a truly awesome extractor. It is so reliable because you have double redundancy. You know, it's just like having a double insurance on it. So I like this one very much. It saved quite a lot of people a lot of headaches by not flooding their vacuum system. So especially for a remote setup extractor where you bring the vacuum from another place, this will help protect your vacuum line. So later on we'll have another video for you to check on the electrical extractor. So see you then.